back to Career Launch, and today we're going over business etiquette. My name is Nora Cavazos.
My name is Heather Harrington with the San Marcos Old Navy Outlet. So at this point you have prepared for your interview, you've gone to your interview, you have gotten the job that you're looking for, and now you're on the job, okay? You've landed the job that maybe even is not necessarily your dream job, but it's starting you where you want to go. Your goal now is to see how far you can advance, right? I mean, you don't want to just stay where you are, you want to see if you can move through the company, and the company wants to see that from you. They want to see what you can contribute and how they can take that contribution and move you to the next level and the next level and the next level, okay? Business etiquette is a very big part of doing that now. So first impressions, what we talk about here is that first day on the job when you're being introduced to people. We talked about what with a handshake. Does anybody remember? Firm handshake, yes, absolutely. You want to make sure that you're putting your hand out, you're doing palm to palm for your handshake, and you've got a nice firm grip when you're being introduced to people. Make eye contact, okay, that's very important. If you are the kind of person and that intimidates you a little, you're going to have to practice that. Kindness and courtesy count, remember please and thank you. It goes a really long way. Not only with the people who are above you, but the people who work underneath you, okay? Those little things that you do like that make you stand out from a crowd, and that's what you want to do. You may be one of 15 junior level executives. You have to make a name for yourself, and it's those little tiny things that you do as far as being courteous, remembering people's names, having a firm handshake that can set you apart. Attitude, 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 huge. You may be thinking that you're saying something in a way that's polite, but your attitude comes across as being either forceful, aggressive, snotty. You need to keep that in check. All right, it's okay, like I was saying before in interviews where you take a pause. Before you say something back to somebody, it's okay to say a pause, especially if you're having a very strong emotional feeling about something at that moment. Take a pause, take a deep breath, think about what you're going to say and how it's going to come out before you say it, okay? Because sometimes it's not what you say, but how you say it, and it makes a big difference in how you communicate with somebody. Sometimes you're going to be sharing a workspace with somebody, sometimes you'll be in cubicles. Cubicles is basically like sharing a big old workspace, only you have a semi-private thing. Big thing about that is remember that people can hear your phone conversations, so if you're talking about something private, maybe your cubicle is not the place to do it, okay? Try to keep your phone calls to just your professional phone calls. If you do need to make a personal phone call, make it quick without too much information. Most places will tell you what you can kind of decorate your cubicle with, but keep it at a minimum. You want to keep it professional. You want to get promoted. That's the whole idea. Remember that everything that you do, everything they see is a reflection on who you are and what you can do, and it's really important that you guys maintain that level of professionalism. It's okay to have a picture of your mom or your dog or whatever on your desk if that's what you want to have, but just, you know, keep it to a minimum. You're not always going to like the decisions that are made above you. That's the reality of the situation. I don't care how far up you move, that's just the reality of the situation, okay? What I absolutely positively recommend for you all to do is not to grumble about it at work. All right? One, it creates a negative environment and you don't want to do that. Okay? You don't want to be the one who always brings everything down. You want to remain positive. You may not always understand why your boss is making the decisions that he or she is making, but you have to understand that they're their boss and they're there for a reason. And they know more and can see a wider range of things than you can from where you're at. And also, you don't know who's listening. Okay, you don't want that to come back to you that you had said such and such or such and such. So the office is not the place to complain about what's going on at your job. I'm not saying that we don't all have moments. We all do. I don't care who you are. But the place of your business is not the place to do that. When you went to your job interview and you went through the interview, you should have taken a moment that day. The moment you left your job interview, you should have written a thank you note to the person who interviewed and put it in the mail. Okay? That's super important. It says, I appreciate the time that you gave me, and that little personal touch goes a long way. All right? Also, when you are now in the job, let's say your boss takes you out to lunch. Okay, let's say you get an opportunity to meet a very important client. Maybe you have made a business contact and you know it's going to benefit the business. All those are opportunities for you to reach out and do something personal, okay? It is not by email. It's not by a text. It is always by a thank you note. You know, I'm really excited for you guys because you have an opportunity to start on the right foot. You guys really have the opportunity to go in and press, and everything is before you. It's all up to you guys how much you want to put effort into it and how badly you want what's available. If you want to get ahead and you can because you're all smart, you're all competent, you should be the ones who show up early and leave late. You should be the ones who work a little harder than everybody else. And I can promise you with that hard work, after a couple of years, you will go where you want to go. But it doesn't happen just because you show up and breathe. It happens because you show up and you work hard, and you're the one who works the hardest, and you put the most effort in, and you make it your business to learn your business. More than what they just train you. You go out and you get books, and you take classes, and you learn what you need to learn so that you can be successful at what you guys do, and I promise you, you will be. All right. I know you're all sweating in here, so yeah.
So today we went over business etiquette, and here are some tips from Heather.
Business etiquette, so important once you land that new job. It's all about your first impression and also just showing your boss and the people around you who you are and what you're able to do.
And remember,